So, as you can see from this title, we are talking about unprofessional is a professional human because, oh my gosh, I was recording a story and I was like, this message is going to be way too long for a story, so we're doing a live. And as you can see on my shirt, I have something on it. I don't know what it is. It's like, I don't know if it's water or what the heck it is. I don't know. I was recording a story and I was like, oh my gosh, I legit have something on my shirt that's so unprofessional. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay, why do we do that to ourselves? Why do we feel that we have to look a certain way, or we have to be perfect, or we have to post a certain thing in order for us to be seen as a professional? Okay, it's so dumb, okay? And if you've ever done this, I want to just tell you right now, stop it, okay? Because as you can see, I have something on my shirt right now. My makeup is smeared. Don't really know why. I promise I wasn't like crying or anything. Just been getting things done this morning. And I truthfully believe that when a person can be human first and they can show up messy, they can show up crying, they can show up honest, they can not show up and feel fine about it, that is a professional human, okay? And I think that when you master being a human, then your business takes off on another level, okay? Because not only are people coming to you because they like your content, but you actually get them, okay? And I was on a call with one of my clients last night, and I'm not going to say her name because this was kind of a very vulnerable conversation last night. And she basically right now she's working on a launch, okay? And there's a lot of different things in her life that just feel like it's kind of taking her energy away from like what she's trying to do in her business. And I was like, wait, I was like, be a human first. Okay, it's okay. It's completely okay. Even if you said you're going to launch a certain date, even if you say that you are supposed to enroll a certain amount of people by today, like, you're a human first, okay? And my audience knows firsthand that I will show up, like, I'm really good at showing up no matter what. Like, even if things are, like, going on in my life, like, my business is something that I don't want to say distracts me, but it's something that I feel really good about showing up no matter what. But that's just me. Okay, not all people are like that, and you don't have to be like that. Okay, I have more respect for you if you're like, hey, I need today off. Like, I'm not going to be working on my business. Cool, do that. Be present with your family. Be present with your emotions. That's way more attractive. Okay, because as you can see with the online world, online coaching business in general, everyone freaking looks the same if they're not really owning their human wiring, okay? And I really want to tell you right now, you're a human, okay? You're a human. You're not a robot, okay? You have emotions, and those emotions are awesome, okay? I think sometimes we think like, if we're sad, if we get our feelings hurt, if we're not feeling it, even if we're excited, that we can't feel those things. And it's the complete opposite. Okay, I really think that when you're able to cry, when you're able to like let it all out, okay, let anything that's going on in you out, it's literally like a soul detox, okay? I actually cried a couple nights ago. I was having like an off day and I literally called a friend and cried. And I was like, why do we like, honestly, like not wait, but we hold it all in, okay? But if we really got good at being a human and just letting it out, letting the tears flow, letting just whatever's going on inside of us out, it cleanses our whole body, okay? We feel so good, we feel renewed. And I don't know about you, but every time I've like really cried a lot, I end up looking in the mirror afterwards and like, I feel so good after it. It sounds so funny, but like, that's something that I've learned about myself is like, once it's all out, it's done. Okay. And you're like, I don't want to say like a new woman, but you have a new perspective. And I really think that if anything's ever bothering you, it needs to rise up, even if it's really uncomfortable at first, even if you feel like you shouldn't be prioritizing that moment. Sometimes it needs to happen. Okay, so when you get good at being a human, a professional human, and what I mean by that, I mean being vulnerable, I mean feeling your emotions, I mean showing up messy and being real with your audience, not feeling like you have to filter everything out, you have to perfect your makeup before you start talking, feel like you have to change your shirt because you got something on it and you have no idea what it is, feel like you have to straighten your hair or dry it before you get on camera. No, like, yes, Instagram is so nice to scroll through and see pretty pictures, so nice to see the perfect filter. It's so nice to like see feeds that just like look great together, but that's not real. Okay, and I really think that you're doing a disservice to not only yourself and your audience and your clients by acting like you have to only talk about one certain thing or look a certain way, but you're also dimming your light, and you are literally like keeping your fulfillment from you and keeping how simple your business could actually be. Because this is another thing too, and me and Megan kind of touched on this a little bit, I think, yesterday. But the moment that you're just like, hey, I'm a professional human, I cry, I'm messy, like I like don't look perfect 100% of the time, like, and if you're a girl that's like very into like working out, you probably live in workout clothes most of the time. I know I do. Like, you don't want to like feel like you have to look a certain way in order to get on camera. And the moment you're just like, hey, I accept myself exactly how I am right now, and I can still call in the clients, I can still create the programs that change lives, I can still create a video and have it enroll people. Like, as soon as you just let yourself do that and let yourself and your energy and your wiring and your intuition be enough, oh my gosh, it takes off so many like stressors and so many like loopholes that we put ourselves on, and just allows ourselves to truthfully say our message, say what we are called to say, and make impact. Okay, so I want to tell you right now, whoever's watching this is not telling me all the names, but allow yourself to be a professional human, okay? And it's not unprofessional to do that. Like, that is the most professional thing you can ever do, is just be like, I'm a real human, okay? I'm not perfect, but I'm still going to show up anyways, okay? I still make mistakes. I'm still going to show up anyways. Okay, I'm still figuring out my life, but I'm still able to help humans on the way. I still have things that I'm working on as far as beliefs too, but I can still shift other people as well. Because the moment you let yourself be enough right now, the moment you just are like owning like how you are right now, the moment that you're just like, this is what feels right to me right now, that's when like the right people show up, okay? That's when people can jump on your live and be like, oh my God, this girl's amazing. Like, her makeup is totally messed up, but I don't even care. Like, she is awesome. I love her energy. But honestly, your soul clients aren't even going to notice that. Okay, so I want to empower you today. Be the professional human and just know to your core, it's not unprofessional, okay? Like, no. Instagram, if you're on Instagram to make an impact and actually coach, as I talked about in a post the other day, okay, focus on coaching people. Focus on showing up and giving value. Focus on moving people forward and shifting people's energy. Stop worrying about how the feed looks, how picture perfect it is, okay? How many people are viewing your things, like all that stuff, it does not transform people and increase the transactions and transformations aligned with your business. Okay, so if you're a coach, show up to shift people. Stop getting distracted on looking professional, looking the part, looking as if you're a legit coach. Okay, it's so funny to me how many people are like that on Instagram, because as you can see from my post earlier, I was talking about what Space Jam taught me about coaching. It's just so funny because literally the other night, I was like, I'm going to watch a movie, and I like never watch movies. I was like, I'm going to watch Space Jam, and then I was watching it, and I was like, oh my gosh, everything that's going on in this movie looks like the coaching industry right now, because these aliens, they want the gifts and the power that the gifted athletes have, okay, because these athletes can dominate with like their God-given abilities and their skills. So, and you've probably seen Space Jam, but like these aliens, they're like, they don't have any like, they're just, okay, just think of the aliens as like new coaches and people that don't trust themselves. They're like, okay, we need to go get what these coaches have. So like they go and binge watch all this content, and they basically adopt the identity of the gifted coach. All right. But because it's not their own, it's only short-lived. Okay. So when you can become a professional human and own how you are at all times and just show up and know that's enough, like, you'll always be able to create success, and you'll always be able to step into your power, because you weren't adopting anyone else's lane, and you weren't adopting any other identity. But if you're constantly like feeling you have to look professional, you have to like prove yourself as a coach online, like you're always going to be one step behind. Okay, so here's your reminder today. Be the professional human. Okay, it's not unprofessional. It's the best thing ever. All right, and if you're struggling with any of this, send me a DM, but I promise you being human will win. All right, and if you're here to coach, which you are most likely if you're on my page, being human and owning that wiring and empowering others to do the same, that's going to be huge. Okay, because this is the thing, and we kind of touched on this yesterday with Megan's interview, is that because we have this messed up, like, I hate to say this, but it's so screwed up of like how people think nowadays, okay? They think like if, how do I put this? They think that like their pictures on their Instagram, their likes, their followers, that's their like validation, that's their credibility, that's what increases their value. Okay, and we have this like messed up mentality because of how the world is. It's like, okay, go to someone's Instagram, look at how many people like their picture, look at how pretty their pictures are, and then we'll validate them. Then we'll know like, oh, are they actually the real thing? Oh, are they worth following? Like how, like, I almost cussed. I shouldn't say that. How messed up is that? It's so messed up because it's so wrong, okay? And the moment you can unhook yourself from all these vanity things as far as like the external, okay, as soon as you can unhook yourself from that and really have an energetic standard in your life and really show up in that power, okay, that is the ticket. Okay, because when you are living in this world where everyone is looking the same, everyone is validating the same, everyone is liking the same things, when you learn how to unhook yourself from that perspective and have the perspective of the kingdom and have the perspective of an actual leader, okay, you step into a different lane of authority, okay, because no longer are you carrying around these beliefs and perspectives of these worldly thinking humans, but you can look and be like, oh my gosh, are they really all falling for this? Like, really? Really? This is what people are liking nowadays? Like, this is what people are literally like getting behind 100%. This is what people are hiding behind, this surface level stuff, this thing that like doesn't even help. Like, what? Okay, so like I really encourage you, like, know who you are as a human, own that, and know that being able to own that makes you a professional human. Okay, it's not unprofessional. And when you can unhook yourself from what everyone else is doing and unhook yourself from the beliefs everyone else has, you're a leader. Okay, not only that, but you can create long-term success. And when you say things, they actually move people. Okay, I'm so it's so sad to me because like besides like everyone being hooked on these same things, I'm not saying everyone is, but like a lot of people are like hooked on the same things. Like just look at the trends on Instagram, okay? They will follow the stupidest songs, the stupidest like things, okay? Just because they're like, oh, this has a lot of views. Oh, this has a lot of likes. Oh, this coach does this. Let's do this because it's trending. Okay, people that follow trends will never be the trend setters. Okay, like that's why it is so important to establish what do you actually stand for? Okay, what are you building from? And who cares if it's not going viral right now? Because this is another thing too, is that a lot of people are so, and this is totally like going off what I was going to talk about, but I think this needs to be heard, is that too many people get stuck on like the external things as far as like what's going viral, what are people liking, and they start, how do I put this? They're so concerned on getting the views that they don't actually create anything that's long term. Okay, like they're so worried about hitting a viral video that even if they go viral, if people come to their page, if people actually book a call with them, if people invest into them, they have nothing to invest in. They haven't created anything. They haven't stood for anything. Okay, so it's so important if you actually want to be a leader long-term in your business, if you, not even just in your business, because I'm kind of sick of just saying business, but in your life in general, if you actually want to be a person that can lead people, if you actually want to be a person that is helping people for an eternal purpose too, not just like building their bank account or their Instagram following, but like actually making a difference, you got to know what you stand for without having to look at someone else's page, without having to look at someone else's content, without having to plug in to someone else. Okay. And yes, I'm all about coaches and mentors and having a gap girl, what me and Megan talked about yesterday. But even Megan, I encourage, like, she knows 100% that she doesn't have to hide behind me ever. Like, we're like on the same mission, and she has her own voice too. Okay. And she knows that voice. All right. And that's so important, is that when you're working with someone and you're building with someone, or you admire someone, yes, admire them, celebrate them. Okay. But know, what do you stand for regardless? Okay. It's so important. And I think that we all need to normalize being a human first and unplug from all these external things as far as views, likes, and what is that coach talking about, or how can I monetize this just like she did, and just stop it. Because as in Space Jam, this is so funny, like those aliens, aka the coaches that don't trust themselves and the coaches that have no voice, they can adopt those players' gifts over and over again. All right. But at the end of the day, they're these little aliens that have no power. Okay, who do you want to be? Because I definitely don't want to be that alien. Like, no thank you. Okay, I want to build out my gifts. I want to build out like what I'm supposed to do and go all in on that, and know that whatever I create, it's going to be successful because it's 100% aligned with where God has called me. Okay, so normalize it. Normalize being okay with not going viral right now. All right, even if you go viral, like, awesome, celebrate it. Okay, but don't put all your energy into that. Okay, like, I'm here to coach, and I think you are too if you're on my page. I'm here to move souls, all right? Not worried about how many eyeballs are on my videos if they're not the right type of eyeballs, okay? So focus on the things that actually matter. Focus on the things that are real connection, and focus on the things that in 5 years are going to still be around, okay? Because what you create, that will still be around. Okay, even if it's not specifically that one thing, all right, who you become in the process of creating it is going to have a ripple effect, all right? All those clients you serve, all the communities you grow, all the programs you create, everything's going to be building on top of each other, even if you don't realize it yet. So if you're done feeling like you have to look professional on the gram, and you want to learn how to become a professional human and kick ass as a coach, and pour your heart and soul into what you're creating and create aligned offers and master your energy behind it. So no matter what platform you're on, no matter how you have to present your offer or who you're talking to, you can land with them, and your words can move people. I want to hear from you, okay? Currently enrolling for Purpose and Profit 2.0. Today, the investment is $3,333, but I'm also taking enrollments for my one-on-one coaching, which is a higher investment where you work with me one-on-one for either 4 or 6 months. So if you want the deets on any of those, send me a DM. But I love all of you, and we will chat soon.